Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And how about we check the numbers for Pascal Siakam?
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Shepherd out there with Halliburton. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Alex Caruso out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Bird. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Sengun in at the power forward position. We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
Hello, Alexis.
Now here's VanVleet.
Enjoy the show.
Back to Duren. 6 to shoot. Bird, the pass to Sengun. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
The balance, the focus. Sengun shrugging off the contact in style.
Pass to Shepherd. Back to Halliburton. And he gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's VanVleet on the wing. Bird. Duren down low. Turner covering. Duren no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Siakam outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Caruso. To the inside. Duren, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. Siakam's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Bird finds Sengun. They double-team Sengun. Over Nesmith. Sengun with the bucket.
Sengun, a force in the lane. That's where he does most of his damage.
Pass to Shepherd. Turner with a screen on Caruso. And here is Turner. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Sengun.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Here's Halliburton. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Siakam outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Banked in off the glass. Siakam's got 5 points so far.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now Now here's Van Vliet. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hands it from downtown.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Siakam outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 8 points for him. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. End of the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. To take a look at the Cavaliers, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for this home ball club, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
Now, here's Siakam. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Sengun kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Siakam misses. Gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Van Vliet with it, picked up by Turner. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. To the left side wing. Caruso. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Beverly, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on a fast break this season.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Everly with the ball. Now Sengun. Duren, no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
No one near Shepard as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Sengun. Yep, that one goes. Sengun's got 6.
Defense on top of Sengun inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
Now, here's Nesmith. Siakam looking around. High, arcing shot. Bucket is good. He's got 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And here's Bird from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
At the arc, Bird can be just devastating, especially when he gets into a nice rhythm.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. I asked him about the challenge of facing Myles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Myles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Duren. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And now, let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Brooklyn Nets.
You can see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
Sometimes we've seen it happen where the team, oh my goodness, come on now.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Indiana shooting their first free throws here tonight. And the first one drops. And so Nesmith nails both of them. And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Pacers trail by 7. Siakam outside. Nailed from three-point land. Siakam's got 15 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to Sengun.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Alphren Sengun. In Indiana with the change here, too. Matherin's checked in. Baseline Shea on the way. And it's Bird missing. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 4. On the wing, Matherin. And here we go. Moving it up. And stolen by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And you must be careful around Siakam. He's adept at getting it done on both ends.
Bird can't hit.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Bird with the bucket.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They double team Siakam. On the wing, Turner. Pass to Alphren. Some nice passing here by Indiana. He gets that one. Turner's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Now here's Beverly. Still scoreless. Turner against Duren. Beverly the pass to Wagner. Shot clock at 2. Here's Bird. That doesn't go either for Bird.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. That one goes in.
And Bird gets a lot of love for his scoring ability, but he's also an outstanding passer for his position.
Siakam passes to Shepard. Alphren for 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Bird finds Wagner. Back to Bird. Caruso with the ball. And here is Siakam. He's got 17. Neesmith can't get it to go.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Caruso, the pass to Duren. And here's Beverly. Pass to Caruso. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. Indiana trailing here. 1:04 left here in the first quarter. And it's Alphren missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Bird with the bucket.
Hey, Bird is listed at about 6'9". I think he's closer to 6'10". He goes a strong, deceptively strong 220. All of that helps him when he takes it to the rack.
Duren against Siakam. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jalen Duren. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam would... traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Halliburton. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Halliburton's got his 2nd bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Bird inside the 3-point line. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Up 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the 2nd quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
You've got Fred VanVleet. Ben Simmons is out there with Alphren and Sengun. Then it's Cameron Reddish. And it's Bol in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Pacers, the backcourt, Haliburton and Mathurin. Isaiah Jackson out there with Toppin. And it's Furphy in at the small forward position. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Sengun, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
Furphy, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pacers trail by 4. Here's Mathurin. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
He's so dangerous in the pick and roll. Haliburton beating the defense with that pass right there.
Simmons passes to Reddish. Down low, here's Bol. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's the lob to Jackson. Stolen by VanVleet. Sengun with the bucket. Sengun's got 10.
Inside the paint, Sengun is a force to be reckoned with.
Haliburton kicks to Toppin. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Pass to Mathurin. Fires for 3. Shot's good by Furphy. Furphy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammate.
VanVleet with it. Now Sengun. Here's Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Clark, how much weight do... players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Haliburton against Simmons. Haliburton passes to Jackson. Leans. Again, Indiana.
Sweet dime that time from Haliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Pass to Reddish. Sengun with the screen for Reddish. Tries again. Sengun, no good. Pacers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Now Haliburton. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Toppin, no one around him. And the Pacers, another 3.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin, developing his stretch big skill.
VanVleet outside. Here's Bol. 2 points. That one goes. Bol's got 6. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Halliburton passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Simmons passes to Reddish. It's rebounded by Indiana. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Ben Simmons.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact. Well, I like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Both teams will make substitutions. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Myles Turner.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Bird is really good inside because he uses both hands and that 6'9" frame to get the shot to fall despite solid defensive pressure.
Halliburton kicks to Siakam. A three-pointer off the mark. Gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Reddish the pass to Duren. Here's Bol. Back to Bird. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Halliburton. And that's collected by Bird. Bird's got his 4th rebound in this one. Reddish the pass to Duren. In the corner, it's Bird. Duren with a screen on Halliburton. That puts them in the lead. Bird's got 17 now.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Siakam outside. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. 3. Halliburton's got his 5th assist in this one. Pass to Duren. And he drops it in from the low post. Duren's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
And they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Taking what the defense gives them, guys. I mean, the mid-range shot is available, and they're knocking it down from there. I love it.
Here's Siakam. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually obviously a very strong finisher in tight.
Out to Bird. To the left wing. Pass to Duren. Turner with the steal. Poke loose. Reddish with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam. Bol, that's good.
Nice hustle from Bol in transition. The big fella getting those feet up and down and able to finish in transition.
Halliburton looking around. He is looking for Siakam and finds him. Stolen by Bird. Beverly finds Bird. Poked away.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Turner. That shot is off. Great defense that time from Duren. Last season, Myles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in blocked shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Myles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
And he knocks down the first one.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite-level passer.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Toppin comes in for Halliburton. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Shepherd. Bird hits them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Bol dishes to Beverly. To Bol. Clock is at 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. And you take a look at this home team. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Pacers just need to take it a game at a time. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Alex Caruso, number 1.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Turner up top. An easy 2 points on the layup. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Wagner kicks to Sengun. Now here's Van Vliet. Nesmith covering. 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. Siakam pulls it in. Indiana's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Nesmith finds Turner. Now here's Toppin. Sengun covering. Here's Siakam. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Van Vliet picks one up.
And the insane athleticism of Siakam excels at probing inside and making the D get aggressive.
Siakam hits them both. Now here's Van Vliet. On the wing, Bird. Wagner with a screen for Bird. That's good from Wagner on the assist by Bird. Wagner's got his first 2 points of the night.
Going to have to bring more than that to slow Wagner.
Over in the corner, Alphren. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Nesmith. He can't get that one to fall. Great defense that time from Sengun. To the middle, Bird passes to Caruso. Second chance shot, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And let's review some numbers for Alphren Sengun. Averaging 17 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Bird hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Siakam outside. Outside Turner. The three. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Van Vliet passes to Bird. From 10 feet out. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Bird's got 23.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Siakam kicks to Toppin. And the Pacers another 3.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Van Vliet passes to Bird. Now Wagner covered by Siakam. Pass to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Wagner with it. Bird outside from past the arc. Carries it from 3-point range. 26 points for him.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And wiry strong, Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
Sengun inside. He's against Turner, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
From deep 3-point land, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 63. Leading by just 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals. The talent level here is off the charts. If there was a studio show all-star vote, who do you think would be on top?
Your bow ties would win, Ernie, a landslide.
So inanimate objects qualify. Okay.
Well, then I vote for Shaq. Watch out, Kenny, or I'll make you an inanimate object.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds. Like you're stealing a piece of that cake over there, Kenny.
Mm-hmm. That's good, too.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Larry Bird.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
We've got Alex Caruso. Alphren Sengun out there with Bird. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Duren in at the 5. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Shepard. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. Bird can't hit.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
And VanVleet out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Alphren Sengun. Then there's Bird. And it's Duren in at the center position. And for the Pacers, the forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Shepard out there with Halliburton. And it's Turner in at the 5 down low. Pass to Duren. Over Turner, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And they're also pretty solid in terms of offensive rebounding. Top 10 in the league in that category. A lot of hustle from that group.
And you mentioned how hard it is to shoot the ball well against them. They hang their hat on their defense. It's not going to be a shootout when you're facing this team. Pass to Nesmith. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Pacers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul.
Let me highlight, this is what's wrong with the basketball. God, this is terrible. This is why defensive 3 seconds is such a problem in today's basketball. Okay, we're getting ready to see a screen away. Defensive 3 seconds rule means you can't be in the paint more than 3 seconds unless you're an arm length of your man, which is okay, whatever. The problem is we're getting ready to see a screen here. Now he's guarding Turner. Sengun is guarding Turner, essentially. At this point, now 1, 2, 3. Now he's picking up him. See, what they don't do is once you're in defensive radius, the count doesn't restart over. So basically, I have to get out of the lane completely and give up this easy free throw, like this easy layup. That's what's wrong with the NBA. That rule needs to be abolished, or at least be reinterpreted to where, okay, it's 3 seconds, but let's lose common sense here. You're not going to penalize a guy who's getting ready to check a man coming into him directly. That should not be a foul. That in the spirit of the rule, you should just go ahead and just restart the count because I'm getting ready to take him up. Otherwise, it's just an easy. What it is, it's an unofficial shift in your defense that the offense didn't earn. That's the problem with basketball. That's why defenses don't exist the way they used to, because you can't fortify. But anyway, back to the game.
Line knocking down 80%.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Duren against Siakam. Driving inside. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Turner, no good. Gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. VanVleet outside. Back to Sengun. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking it in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Caruso. Pass to Bird. Here's the three. That shot off.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Bird outside. Here's Caruso. He's looking for Duren and finds him. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Great open look there. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
You can't play off of Van Vliet too much because he'll burn you off the catch and shoot.
Clark, famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
Pass to Bird. Nice touch on the back shot. Bird's got 28 points for the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Turner against Sengun. For 3, Siakam. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bird finds Duren. Back to Bird. Turner against Sengun. Siakam outside. A 3-ball. And there's Shepherd on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got 4 assists now tonight. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Indiana.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Turner with a screen on Caruso. Halliburton, no good. Gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Now here's Van Vliet. He started closely. Bird, the pass to Duren. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bird driving to the basket. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Here's Shepherd. Off target from outside. Gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Bird passes to Sengun. The shot, no good. Good D by Siakam. Indiana leading. Shepherd with the ball. And it's Bird picking him up. Pass to Turner. And it's good, 2 points. Turner's got 9 points. Pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Bird inside, covered by Siakam. Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Bird. Halliburton passes to Alphren. Siakam against Simmons. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And Simmons with the rebound.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And here is Siakam. He's got 29 points. To the middle. The shot by Turner, no good. Gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Larry Bird grabs the miss. Bird's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And let's take a look now. Pascal Siakam's numbers. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Obi Toppin's checked in for Indiana. Lets it go from deep. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Simmons sets a screen for Reddish. And then Simmons slams it in.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Outside Alphren. No good with the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Siakam. To shoot. Toppin passes to Alphren. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Look, we know Alphren is a flat-out scorer, but you rarely see him operate in that mid-range area.
At the elbow, Bol. At the elbow, it's Bird. Pass to Beverly. Back to Bird. Over Siakam. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Bird's got 34 points.
That's exactly where the team wants the ball, in Bird's hands, with the clock timer running down.
Halliburton passes to Alphren. Siakam against Simmons. Inside, deflects the pass, and stolen by Bol. And they're running. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Bird. 7 points for Ben Simmons.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And with those long strides, Siakam can eat up ground in a hurry.
Pass to Reddish. Simmons with it. Defended by Alphren. Unloads. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Siakam outside. No good on the 3.
He has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants wants to help his team.
That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Bol's got 10 points.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Without question, Larry Bird displaying his skills today.
Absolutely on fire. But they need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Christie's checked in for Bird. The Pacers making a change here. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Toppin, Ben Simmons with the rebound. Gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Mathurin for 3. Reddish grabs the rebound. It's been terrific. 54% on the game. Pass to Bol. Here's Christie. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Swiped it away. Down low. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, Simmons is a platinum-level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And we've reached the end of the third. Up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Bol is out there with Alphren, Sengun. Then there's Christie. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Reddish in at the 3 spot. Beverly for 3. The shot misses. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. 4-point game. And the dunk by Jackson.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
To the inside. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Walker.
Tell you what, Alphren Sengun is a big with the modern-day game. He scores in bunches inside, but he also can pass it and shoot it from the perimeter, too.
Pass to Toppin. A 3 from Bryant, and Bol pulls it down. Bol's got 7 rebounds in the game. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Mathurin against Christie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sengun. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Bryant. Pacers trail by 5. Toppin kicks to Halliburton. Back to Toppin. Pass to Jackson. Halliburton for 3. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
As fast as lightning, Halliburton gets it and shoots it in a matter of nanoseconds.
Sengun passes to Beverly. Sengun with a screen on Halliburton. And Beverly kicks to Reddish. Pass to Bol. Toppin pulls it in. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. On the wing, Bryant. Halliburton against Beverly. Out to the right wing. Here's Toppin. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Pass to Christie. Here's Sengun, defended by Bryant. Some solid defense from Bryant. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Alphren, good.
And inside, Alphren makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Everly with the ball. Pass to Christie. Inside, Bol. Rebounded by Jackson. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Bounce pass Toppin. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Indiana ball. Shooting for Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton. 1 shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, he told his guys they can do this, and the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And the shot is good. That's 36 points for Larry Bird.
Boy, Bird has really been in the zone throughout this game.
Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Got that one up quick. Halliburton's got. The lead up to 4 now for the Pacers.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. The defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Sengun with a screen on Halliburton. Pacers with the rebound. Now Shepherd. Here's the floater, and it's blocked by Sengun.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Sengun getting it done.
Now here's Caruso. Bird outside. Back to Caruso. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Bird's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Pass to Jackson. Jackson setting the pick here for Toppin. Left side, Mathurin. Indiana making some changes. Myles Turner, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Pascal Siakam in for Toppin. Van Vliet outside. Bird outside. Pass to Sengun. Over Siakam. Sengun, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. You know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Sengun with the screen on Mathurin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Siakam.
Sengun showing you how it's done to draw the foul, attacking with authority.
He's off on the first.
What I like about Sengun is how versatile he is. I mean, especially as a passer.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. In Indiana with a change here, too. Nesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. Here's Indiana. They're on a 14-6 run. Caruso against Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Duren sets the screen for Caruso. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Pacers leading by 3. Shepherd the pass to Siakam. Halliburton against Caruso. A nice shot by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 8 here in the quarter.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Beverly the pass to Bird. Over to the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Bird's got 38 points.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Nesmith, the pass to Turner. Halliburton for 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Connects again.
And once again, he's hit the 40 mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he has moved into 3rd all-time for most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, Jordan was able to put up 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87, but that mark has been passed. What a special year.
To take the lead. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
Shooting 1.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. Shot.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Pass to Siakam. Now Shepherd. Here's Neesmith. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. On the wing, Bird. Neesmith covering. Bird left side. Clock at 6. Over Neesmith. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Bird's got 45 points.
Yeah, you know what is funny? With Bird, the more the game tightens up, the more he relaxes and gets loose. And those competitive juices take over.
Shepard with a screen for Turner. Halliburton for 3. Duren pulls it in.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
And in a close game like this, it can be won or lost on the boards. They've got to keep it up.
Bird passes to Caruso. It's Duren, top of the key. Bird outside. Another shot. Good work there as it goes. Bird's got 47 points.
Bird able to power through that defense despite the contact. I thought his length helped him out there.
Pacers trail by 6. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Bol, he's checked in for Alphren Sengun.
Number 35, Bol Bol.
Pass to Shepard. To halt the run. They grab their own miss. Turner passes to Siakam. And the rejection by Bird. Good on the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Bird left side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Bird would not be denied there. Great intensity to play through the foul.
Taking 2 shots.
It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. Sengun's checked in for Bol Bol. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Siakam, right side. Shoots over Bird. Siakam misses.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Pass to Beverly. Caruso sets the screen for Beverly. Back to Bird. 6 on the shot clock. Over Neesmith. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Come on. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Proving he has the clutch DNA. Love seeing Turner up his game during these big possessions.
Sengun with a screen on Halliburton. Pass to Bird. Sengun with the ball. Over Nesmith. It counts.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Sengun.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Here's Turner. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game.
Evolving as a leader right before our eyes. It's important that Turner continue to prove he can score in big moments.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. The Pacers making a switch here. Catherine's checked in. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Siakam inside. Bird's there.
How are you even supposed to shoot over Bol?
Insane win.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nesmith. Off target from three-point range. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting him in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here coming at this point. Even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now we present the player of the game, Larry Bird.
Dude, absolute even game, man. It's except for the fast break points. I think the real big difference is the second chance points, and Pacers shot insane from downtown. They made 16 threes. It's insane. Okay, that's a lot, man. That's almost 20, 23 pointers, man, in a game. But Team Larry Bird just made the big plays down the stretch. They actually had the lead towards the end, but Larry Bird just stepped up in the fourth quarter and does what Larry does. Man, what a game. 55, and most of it came in the second half when they needed it most. 55 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 for 7 from downtown. Sengun struggled, but he came in late. He had a crucial block late. Duren, because Pascal Siakam was destroying. We gotta show some love. Pascal was just absolutely destroying us. Like, we had no answers for this man. He is such a good player. When Pascal Siakam shows up, he is devastating. Because with his ability to run and move without the ball and his three-point shooting touch, if he's on, you got a hard night ahead of you. Because look at him. Just look at this. Steals, just gets out, rebound, running the floor, fast break points. When he's on, he is a problem. Halliburton, 17 and 8. He was killing us in the first half, and then we put our defensive stoppers on him. And I tell you, signing Patrick Beverley was a great decision because without him, Halliburton would have went nuts. Because he was. Let's take a look at Halliburton in the first quarter. In the first half, he already had 5 assists in the first half and about 10 points in the first quarter and the second quarter put it together. So if it hadn't been for him, he would have really took over. But the main problem was Siakam. We had to outlast him. But the main story here was the Bird, man. Let's be honest. It was the Bird, man, as usual. Let's take a look at Larry. Wow. Look at that shot. Man. Under the lane, little finger roll. Look at that. Out rebounding Siakam. See, Bird jumped like 1 inch off the ground. Look at his post move. Look at that. Fade away at the buzzer, the shot clock. With Siakam in his face. This dude Bird jumping like 1 inch off the ground, man. He's still killing guys. You could slide a dollar bill underneath him when he jumped, man, but they can't stop him. It is amazing. Yeah, Team Larry Bird out here doing work, man. Number 1 team in the league right now, record-wise. I still believe. Let's take a look at it. I think Team Showtime has caught them. They're tied right now, actually. Let's take a look at the standings here. Team Larry Bird now 40th win tonight. 2-game lead now with the Knicks, which is much needed because the Knicks are coming on strong here. Team Showtime's right there at 39 and 9 in the Western Conference. So right now, Team Larry Bird and Showtime are essentially fighting to see who's going to get home field throughout the playoffs. Because I think it's coming down to, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's looking like Larry and Magic going to the finals. It's looking like it's going to be, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the way this is starting to shape out, man, it's like Showtime is, if you've been watching the Showtime games, they're just running people off the floor. And with the Team Larry games, nobody can outperform. I mean, I've only seen maybe 2 times where Larry Bird didn't come through in the clutch this season. Once was in LA, and then Orlando. I was back-to-back games. Then you got the OKC game where SGA, and then they just ran him off the court. They obliterated him. That was a one-off. But and then you had the game here with Jason Tatum outplayed Bird. But every other time, like, I don't understand what the hell happened here against Brooklyn. They lost that game to Brooklyn. That was a weird game. But every other time that they've lost, then that game there, yeah. But every time they've lost, it's usually been because team people were out. They didn't get good contributions. But if the game is close, usually, as you see, most of these games have been close. It's usually Bird making the big plays at the end. So nobody seems to be able to stop Showtime now. They've got their rhythm. They're 100% chemistry. No one that fast break is insane. And they're actually up next, I believe. Yeah, you'll get to see them next. Speaking of that, but here we go. Good matchup. Look at this. This is a big game. Dallas is 13-3. This is a big game. Dallas is 13-3, so it'll be these guys. We got Kyrie. This is gonna be offensive, and you got Klay Thompson. Remember, Klay Thompson. Yeah, this is gonna be a good game right here, guys. You don't want to miss this one. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good right here. So I will see you guys for that one coming up here shortly here on Lexington Strong Style Sports. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please. I thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next exciting game here in the 1986 Larry Bird versus 1987 Magic Johnson in the Modern Era Series to see if Magic and Larry can get it cracking one more time in the big dance in June. I'll see you later.